All right. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Tommy. Bye, Night Owls.
All right.
Oh, bye, you said.
Um, okay, so let's go to the next thing since nobody else came up. So Kanye says so many things recently, and in a recent podcast that he did with Justin LeBoy, he said that he was God and that he runs the world. So I'm going to pull up this post.
What a man think he is. So, we not the slaves. We are the kingdom, and I'm the head of the kingdom. I am God. No one can suggest shit to me. Period.
Wow.
You can't tell my daughter to say shit to me about Jesus. I'm gonna just tell you some real simple shit. God runs the world. I am God. I run the world. Let me make that very clear.
All right, man. We moving on. The next hottest topic is somebody that you call.
Why that be so funny to you? It's like, I know, it'd be like make you feel uncomfortable, right? It's like when they came in and just like, they put the gun on the table and they start laughing. They know the gun's on the table. It's really there type shit. You know what I'm saying? This is really God.
All right. So Kanye out here letting y'all know he God. And it's giving me Nature Boy. Okay? It's giving me 3 God, Wuka, 33333 pyramid. Okay? It's giving me all of the nature net fuckery. And we see how he is when he is with his new girl. I don't even know if they really married. I never seen like no marriage certificate, but I know that that's supposedly his new wife. I ain't seen documentation. I really don't know if they really are married or not. But allegedly that's supposed to be his wife, Bianca, or whatever her name is. Now, it's sounding cult-like. And being that he's saying that he's God, he also had the Sunday service. He is like tried to make like a school. The school didn't really, the school is no more, right? The last thing I heard, like, it was kind of like, I don't think the kids, he had a school, he had a church, he had a Sunday service, and it's giving cult vibes to me. The fact that, because, a lot of things that you hear about when you hear about like cults and you hear about certain things like that, you hear like, oh, they want to get closer to nature. They want to be grounded. They want to feel the earth. And so now recently his wife, like, she hardly ever has clothes on. And now she walking around without shoes on. Like, she was walking around. They went to, what was it, Disneyland or Disney World or wherever they went, Disney somebody. And she was walking around with, like, duct tape on her feet or something. But she was essentially barefoot walking around. And it just reminded me of the people who, I want to get closer to nature, and nothing wrong with being in tune with nature, but some people go nature nut mode onto some whole other stuff. And that's just really what it's giving me. There's a lot of people who will defend Kanye, and they're like, Kanye is a genius. He's brilliant. He's this, he's that. Kanye, I cannot confirm. I cannot say. I'm just saying this ain't a fact. In my opinion, the vibes that it gives, because I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just saying the feeling and the vibe that I get is cult vibes. And a lot of people, they defend the wife dressing the way she dresses. And a lot of people are like, she has her own free will and she dressed naked before him. And, she was explicit before him and blase, blase, blah. And it's like, I don't care what you guys say. I feel like he is totally in control of how she dress, how she think, how she walk, how she move. And we've seen that time and time again with all of his relationships. A lot of people try to discredit Kim by saying, well, if it wasn't for Kanye, she would have no status in fashion and all this stuff because he told her everything that she had to wear. But then in defense of Kanye, when people are saying, well, damn, why is this new wife wearing this ridiculous stuff? Why did Kanye got her wearing this ridiculous stuff? Then Kanye fans want to make us believe that these women have their own free will. And for me, it's like, which one is it? Is he this fashion genius that Kim owes all her credit because he changed everything that she had to wear? Or are we going to act oblivious like the same thing not happening with this other girl because we going to defend him and we're just going to claim that she has her free will? No, I think there has been a pattern. I think that it's always been apparent that it is some crazy stuff going on there, and it just don't sit well with me. But as long as he put out good music, he could throw out a fire verse, people don't care. You know, if there's an allegation later that she feels like, you know, she was forced or whatever, people are gonna dismiss it because they gonna feel like, girl, you had a choice to walk around looking like a fool and you chose to do it, you know? So I just feel like, you know, I don't want to wish nothing on his downfall. I don't want to wish that he gets the Diddy treatment, but it's kind of looking Cassie Diddy-esque to me. Now, again, I cannot confirm or say that's what's going on. I'm just saying I observed a pattern, and that's kind of what it feels like. Okay. But anyway. Somebody said every week TMZ claims her family wants her away from him, that she's not safe with him. I mean, you heard in that clip that he said when he walked in, he put the gun on the table, and Justin the boy laughed. And he's like, you're laughing. You laughed at me putting the gun on the table. You laughing at, you know, and it's like, you're Kanye. Like, yeah, you know, protect yourself. But at the same time, it's like, you have security with you. You are a super mega millionaire. Like, you can hire armed security. Like, you don't have to walk in and put no piece on the table. Like, that kind of, at that point, being that you are a person who can afford armed security, it's like, and then you saying you God, and then we seeing the dude. Like, something is, you know, something's going on here. Okay. So, I don't want to hear it if there's allegations later, child. It is what it is, you know. That's that on that. So, now going to the next story. What else am I going to talk about today? Okay, so Chris Brown and Quavo. So, I don't know what it is about April, but everybody is getting into it in April. Even me in the back end, like, I've been trying to, like, what's happening here? What's going on? Do we need to have a conversation? You know, it's been given that in the back end, and I'm like, damn, we going through Mercury retrograde, and you know what I'm saying? It's just feeling a little way about certain stuff, and everybody is having their diss tracks. So it's like Drake versus everybody, and then there's Chris Brown versus Quavo, and then there is Sweetie joined into that, and then who else? J. Cole, Kendrick, all kind of crazy stuff going on with diss tracks. Recently, Chris Brown, I want to say last week, he dropped his diss track to Quavo, and in his diss track, he was saying how while he was in a relationship while Quavo was in a relationship with Sweetie, he effed her, okay? And he was like going in on Quavo and talking all kind of mess. So people felt like, you know, Chris Brown had the better diss out of all the diss. They felt like he was bodying the rap dudes. They felt like, you know, he was given a proper diss because he wasn't like alluding to who he was talking to. He was naming who he was talking to, and he was making it very clear that, Chris, you're still stuck on Karuchi, and like you're crackhead, you know, basically. So then Quavo dropped his diss. And oh yeah, JT and Glorilla. I forgot about that too, child. It's been so much I can't even keep up. Okay. So Quavo dropped his diss. Now Quavo dropped his diss, I want to say, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? It was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And in his diss, he basically clapped back at Chris Brown. So while he was clapping back at Chris Brown, he used Takeoff in his verse. So Takeoff had like an unreleased verse. And so Quavo used that verse in his reply diss track to Chris Brown. So because he used Quavo's verse, people automatically felt like that was like cheating or like a fail because he used Takeoff's verse. In his verse, he was dissing Chris Brown. He called Chris Brown a junkie. He called him a crackhead. He talked about Chris Brown auntie being tied up in a robbery. He talked about how he was basically obsessed with Karuchi, and he talked about him being pussy. He kept calling him a pussy. Now, most of social media, they basically felt like the diss was whack. I myself personally, I felt like I wasn't so gassed about Chris's verse. Like, I felt like it was straight. I didn't feel like it was trash. I didn't feel like it was amazing. I felt like it was all right. It was a cool verse. Like, damn, he went at him and it was straight. Now, when I listened to Quavo, most of his recent stuff to me has been like dumpster trash. However, the verse in his reply to Chris Brown, I did not think that it was as trash as social media was trying to make it. A lot of people felt like, oh, it was whack, it was garbage. I felt like, just like Chris Brown verse was straight, I felt like Quavo verse was straight too. I felt like he had some good shots that he took at Chris. I thought he made some good bars. And I mean, he did say pussy probably too many times, but overall, I felt like it was decent. You know, same for Chris. I felt like it was decent. Like, but just in my opinion, I wasn't wowed for either of their disses. Like, I didn't feel like, oh my God, Chris is the best ever. Like, he just made the best diss track of all time. Better than Hit 'Em Up. Better than No Vaseline. Like, that wasn't my takeaway. I felt like, oh, okay, cool. Like, he took some shots. He called him a B, whatever, and he dissed him. And he, nigga, you talking about a bitch, and I your bitch while you was with her. Like, I felt like, oh, okay, that was cool. That was, he threw some shots. But I just wasn't as wild about it as everybody else. And as far as Quavo, I didn't think that it was as trash as everybody tried to make it seem. I wasn't wild about it, but I didn't think that it was as garbage as social media was trying to make it seem. So that was my thoughts on that one. What else? Simon and Portia are continuously going through drama. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, all of the drama that Simon and Portia is going to is just like, girl, like, oof. That's why, like, you really have to be careful about who you mate with. You really have to be careful about who you marry. And you have to be careful about who you have kids by. And Simon is proving, girl, like, shoot, all that glitters is not gold. Like, all the drama that they got, he mad about her coming with armed security. He mad because something happened with the nanny. I think she left the kids with the nanny or something. It's just all kind of drama. And I'm just like, ooh, child, like, I ain't like got time for all of that drama at all. What else is going on? Jadakiss revealed his favorite rapper was J. Cole. He said that he was a little confused about him recently. And I think basically he was trying to refer to the fact that J. Cole, he dissed Kendrick and then he apologized. And so a lot of people felt like it was on brand for him, being unproblematic. And then other people who were rappers felt like it was weak to diss somebody and then apologize. They felt like that was weak sauce. Okay. So, in other news, Neo has made the news as being in a throuple. He is in a polygamous relationship. Kia Peachy says, "Girl, you cap. CB was fire." Yeah, to you. That's to you. I felt like it was a decent diss, but again, like I said, I wasn't like, oh my God, play that song again. It didn't make me want to replay it over and over again. It didn't make me want to listen to it multiple times. Just like Quavo's diss did not make me want to throw it on and listen to it multiple times. That's my opinion. I feel like they both was decent. I feel like they was overhyped and underhyped, both of them.
I think Chris Brown was better. But my issue is with Quavo, because he's a hypocrite. He keeps going on about how sacred Takeoff's death was, but yet because he was doing all these charity events for gun violence, but then you're going to use him in a rap song. I just think that it was off brand. I think it was very poorly taste. I just didn't understand it.
Okay, so you felt like because Takeoff passed away and he was being an advocate about it, you felt like he was being a hypocrite because he was talking about violence towards Chris Brown?
Yeah, because he kept. I think the problem was with me because it was very petty. Like it was just a simple rap beef. Like it wasn't anything special. If he was trying to do something like Tupac with changes or something. I just thought it was very poor taste.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that. You feeling like, what's it giving? But it's shoot, the gloves got to come off when, you know, what he supposed to do? Be like, we are the world after he done dissed him like that?
I know that. And I'm not saying that he's crazy for it, but I just think that he's a hypocrite.
Right. But it's who ain't a hypocrite? All these people is hypocrites.
That's true.
All these people, all these rappers is hypocrites. Most of them don't be living what they be preaching in their raps. A lot of them be capping in their rapping. They be full of crap. Most of them. It's really hard to find an authentic. I mean, I never looked at Quavo and was like, okay, he really true to the streets. He looked like, I mean, look what happened with him and Sweetie. He's a clown. He bought her a car and because, took it away and, he just gives that kind of vibe,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying as well. What you feel about Kanye West?
He's just out of his mind. I just don't understand it because he's not being authentic when he says that he's being with God, because he should know that people are gonna ask questions about if his girlfriend is a slave. Because I remember when there was this reporter and they asked him, "Oh, is your girlfriend a slave?" and he got all offended. What do you expect, Kanye? You're the one who's saying that you're God and that you have these specific rules and mindsets for these women, so it just doesn't make sense.
Right.
But I want to ask you this though: when he responds to Taylor, how do you think the internet's gonna react?
When he responds to Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swift dropped a song and she said something, your bitch, something. What did she say? She said, your bitch.
And that your daughter's going to be listening to me, but she doesn't know that it's about you.
Right. What was the exact line, though? She said, she started off with, your bitch something, right?
Yeah. Let me look it up.
I forget what she said. She said something about she was talking supposedly about Kim Kardashian, and she was saying something your bitch something. I can't remember because I was like, whatever, who cares what she talking about? I really didn't care. I just kind of read the headline and it was something about something your bitch something. I don't know.
Yeah, but when Kanye responds, I think the internet's gonna make him out as the villain. which I don't think that's fair because Taylor did mention his daughter first, and they're gonna brush it off and make Taylor the victim, which I think is ridiculous.
You think he's gonna respond to her?
Oh yeah, this is free promo for Kanye. He's gonna do it. If especially if he has new music coming out, you know Kanye. He always does controversy for his brand, for his music. It's on point with him.
Okay. All right. So in other news, have y'all seen the Netflix show? I've been binge watching all of these Netflix shows. So the recent Netflix show that has been going viral is this show called Unlocked. Now, this is one that I also binge watched, and I'm going to go over some of social media's reaction to it. I was just like, why y'all so open with breaking the law on camera? Like, y'all know that y'all breaking the law, right? Like, why y'all so proud to like make hooch and make all these things for the camera? Like, I'm like, this is kind of crazy. But anyway, this is another trending topic as far as TV shows goes. And the premise of the show is it's a county jail. So basically it's like before, like where all the inmates, they get booked, they go to the county jail until they go to trial or get transferred to prison or whatever. So they go there, they be like in the county jail until they get sentenced and they go to trial. So the premise of the show is that in that particular jail, the inmates are locked down for 23 hours of the day, and they're only out for 1 hour of recreational time within that. So it's 23 hours in the cell and 1 hour out of the cell. Now, with them being 23 and 1, they have had a lot of issues with the jail, a lot of, you know, issues with the detectives. I mean, the what are they called? Security, not security guards. It start with a C. What are they called? The security guards inside the jail. It start with a C. Tommy, you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It start with a C. Correctional officer. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is the name of it? Okay, so they was having problems with like the correctional officers and stuff like that. So the new was he the warden or I think he was the was he the was he the warden? No, he was the deputy of the jail, right? Or what was his role?
Girl, you asking the wrong person. I haven't seen it yet.
Anyway, so the head guy over the jail, I think he was the warden. He decided to or he was the director. The warden or director, one of them. My memory is just going blank. But anyway, the head of the jail who was in charge of like reforming the jail, I believe he was the warden or the director of the whatever. Anyway, so he decided to come up with this program. He was the sheriff deputy, right? He was something, child. Anyway, the head of the program, he decided, the sheriff deputy. Okay, thank y'all. It was the deputy. All right, so he decided instead of them being caged in for 23 hours in and 1 hour out, he decided to see if he gave them more freedom, will they appreciate it and act right instead of disobey and give like each other rules to abide by and kind of like self-govern each other. So he decided to give them full reign to be out of their cells. So instead of 23 hours in and an hour out, he decided a program to where he gave them full freedom, where they always could come out or in of the cell and they wouldn't be locked down. And so as he's basically giving them this freedom, they are still getting into it with each other. They're still fighting each other. They're still breaking the law. They're still getting in contraband. They're still making hooch, which is, you know, against the rules. They're making coffee cigarettes, which I'm like, coffee cigarettes? What the heck? Like, people is making coffee cigarettes. Like, that's crazy. You know, they're also like tattooing, which they're not supposed to be tattooing. They were just doing all kinds of stuff against the law in there while they still had all of these privileges and everything like that. So they, the Shade Room, they pretty much highlighted it and they said, woo child, have y'all seen Unlocked, a jail experience? Let's talk about it. So it had kind of gone viral and it said, Tiny said he been stabbing MFers since he was 8. And that's like the little short dude. It says, who did Poston's eyebrows on Unlocked? So one of the guys on the show, he had tattooed eyebrows. Like his eyebrows were all the way like tattooed in or whatever. So that's kind of who they're talking about right there. So then another person says, I was not expecting the show to hook me in like this.
Oh, I don't give a how. If you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect back. I'm gonna disrespect back in the worst way.
We got to respect one another.
Yes, I don't care how old you is. You can get your to beat.
All right. So it says, Randy making this pizza crust out of dried oodles and noodles is next level. I would have never thought to do this on Unlocked. So on this part of it, the guy, he basically took noodles, crunched them up, put like a little liquid in there, made a pizza crust. Then he put like sausage on there and like all kind of stuff. It looked disgusting. And then they all ate it and they had like this camaraderie. Okay. So, it was crazy. So CJ and them ain't have to jump weekly. So this is somebody who they end up jumping on the show. It was like an older guy. He was basically like cheating when the card in the dice game. It says the fact that nobody caught this man climbing up the wall for the clock battery twice. Unlocked. Okay, so somebody had took the clock down off the wall so that they can use the battery to create fire. I'm like, these people crazy. All right, so another person says, this Randy being the problem and the solution. All right, so then another person says, when this man said he robbed a pet store, I for sure thought the cash register, not a snake and an iguana because he was on acid and only got caught because the snake started squeezing him. This is top tier TV. So the guy revealed that he was in jail because he broke into the store, right? And so basically when he was trying to get away, he basically got caught because the snake started to constrict him and he could not like move and he was caught and he went to jail. But he was crackhead. All right, so then this next one says Eastside breaking the fourth wall. Okay, so y'all gotta watch it. It's very interesting as well. But yeah, so let me see, is there anything else I wanted to go over? Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna do a whole separate video about this phallus who blew up her lash text car. Crazy people are crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. I haven't talked about a lot of it, but I just kind of wanted to go live, chit chat with y'all for a little bit. I'm crying. He looked happy all the time with those eyebrows. Yeah, those eyebrows were next level. And I'm like, the part where they all was smoking and they was like, it was all kind of crazy smells. I'm like, they up in here smoking crack. They was lacing their cigarette or whatever with powder, and then they was smoking it. I don't know if they put weed in there and made it a primo or what, but I'm like, all of these young men are indulging in these drugs also. So it's like, this is so crazy how they're just all like freely doing drugs, because a lot of them were in there for murder charges, and you know, they don't feel like they are going anywhere anytime soon. So to pass the time, they're doing all these drugs in the jail. And then it was the audacity of, what was homeboy name who tried to take over the trays after Randy? I can't think of his name, but anyway, there was a guy, he basically got on drugs or whatever. And then he got in trouble and he got arrested. So he ended up calling his sister, trying to get his sister to bail him out because he was only held on $1,000 bond. So he calls his sister, and when he calls his sister, she basically like, boy, I bailed you out the last time, and when you got out of jail, you didn't even call, come see me. You didn't even, nothing. Like, you didn't even know that I existed or care that I existed till now. You're back in jail and you're begging money from me again. So this fool, after his sister clearly explained her problem, she clearly explained why she wasn't messing with him, and clearly said, dude, I helped you the last time and you didn't even come see me, check on me, say nothing to me, and now you're back in this predicament again, and now you're trying to get me to bail you out, and you don't even call me to check and see how I'm doing. This ninja got off the phone with her, goes to his cell, and starts crying and playing the victim like his sister did him wrong. Like, oh, she's not even trying to listen to me and woo-de-woo-woo. It's like, dude, she just had a whole conversation with you and she told you exactly why she was not gonna bail you out or come to your aid. But he literally went back and told the whole thing a whole nother way and painted himself like a victim, like he got scandalous family members, and dismissed the whole part of her calling him out and saying, nigga, you keep getting put in the same situation. I helped you out before. You didn't even come check on me, and now you begging me again when you need something. He dismissed that whole thing and just made it like she just did him so wrong. I'm like, boy, if you don't get out of here with that. Now, yeah, she bailed him out, and he did, like, after I done helped you out and you keep getting in trouble, nigga, you on your own. You are on your own. Okay? You are on your own. I'm not doing the time for you. I'm not giving up no ends for you. You're on your own. Like, you need to learn the lesson. I just was really baffled at how he was boo-hoo crying. He was boo-hoo crying, making himself be a victim. Like, you the victim. You the victim. Not you the victim. How you the victim? How you the victim, sir? How you the victim? How you the victim? But yeah, he ended up,
Neek, you know the saying, if that hoe don't want no help, don't help that hoe.
right. So yeah, that show was very interesting as well. The program lasted for 6 weeks. At the end of the 6 weeks, we gotta stay tuned for more. He ends up getting out of jail, like Craig said. I think I got like 10 more minutes left. So I didn't see him get out of jail yet. I think I got like 10, 15 more minutes left on the last episode 7. So I didn't see him get out of jail yet, but you say he got out of jail, so I'm gonna believe that he got out of jail. But anyway, but yeah, so watching that, I just was like, you know, it just was a perfect example of how people will really play victim. And they are the fucking terrorizer. Another thing that got me too was Tiny, the small guy who was calling his son and trying to have a relationship with his son. Now, he is all like, when he talking to his son, he's all like, you know, mushy and soft and everything when he's talking to his son. His son is real respectable. You know, they talked about how he liked King Von. He was trying to get acquainted with his son, asking him, like, you know, do the girls like you? What's going on? I believe the son was like 14. But when they had their little disagreements, I was looking when they had their when they had to have that 24-hour reset. I was looking at him and I said, oh, he's really crazy. Like, he started to have them crazy eyes and like, just like the little twitch that was in his eyes and the way that he was looking. I'm like, he's small, he tiny, he little. I said, but he crazy. He really crazy. He really looked crazy to me. I was like, child, you know, this is a show and all, but I said, this motherfucker look crazy. He looked crazy. I would not allow him around me at all. I said he looked crazy. It was a couple of them that looked crazy, but it was just this one scene when they had to do their 24-hour reset, and I was watching it, and I was like, this motherfucker is crazy. He really got something going on. You said you think that was all for cameras? Which part? Him trying to be soft and kind for the little boy? Probably, if that's what you're talking about. You said he was a what gangbanger? I can't see it. He was a weird gangbanger. Oh yeah. Oh, you think that his crazy eyes was for the camera? Oh no, baby. I feel like they might have added some little stuff in there for the camera, but for me, child, he just gave me cray. He gave me cray. I don't know what it was, but he gave me crazy. He gave me crazy. Okay, you talk about the stuff with his son was for the camera? Yeah. I mean, yeah, but he gave me crazy. Like, I'm like, oh, he's nuts. He is nuts. But you know what part was also funny to me too? The part where Randy ran up on the 20, was he 20 or 21? When Randy ran up on the young dude and he backed him into the cell. And once they got in the cell, he was like, nigga, I'm a gorilla. I was like, these people are crazy, because the younger guy was much bigger than Randy. Randy is not that big, but he not small either, but he like muscly, but he not that big. But the bigger guy, he was younger than him, like much younger than him, but he was bigger, you know. And bigger don't mean more powerful or whatever, but it just caught me off guard because how big he was and how Randy just went up in there and he picked him up. He was 20. Okay, yeah, I know he was 20 or 21, one of them. I think the light-skinned boy with the blue things, I think he was 21, and then the one I'm talking about was 20. But anyway, even though I know that, you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and just because you're bigger don't mean that you will win, it just threw me off when Randy ran up on him and he picked him up and he like pushed him into the cell, and then all you hear is the boy saying like, get off me, get off me, get off me, and then Randy is like, nigga, I'm a gorilla. I was like, oh my God. I was not expecting that. Like, what the heck? Like, what the heck is going on? Like, what the heck? But yeah, the bigger guy, he committed murder, right? And the white guy also, who was on deletion watch, he also committed murder. Who else committed murder? It was a few of them who was there for M's. But anyway, it was jacked up that they jumped the older guy. But if he was cheating, he did not need to be cheating, but they didn't have to jump him either. Like when the one guy rushed him who had blasted him for cheating, he already had kind of like rushed him in a cell himself when they had like a one-on-one or whatever. So I'm like, why did y'all have to jump him? Like, you already had it in the bag. Like, he old. He wasn't really getting with you like that in the first place. So it's like, why did y'all have to go all in that cell? Wheel the wheelchair out. They got to take the wheelchair out of one cell, put it in the other cell. I'm like, who wheelchair is that? They taking the wheelchair out, all that stuff. Like, why y'all have to do that? Then the man, he over here talking about he fell out the bed. Boy, you ain't fell out the bed. You ain't fell out the bed. Talking about he fell out the bed. You said most of them committed murder. Yeah, like a lot of them had committed murder for sure. And we talking about Unlocked on Netflix. So it's a series called Unlocked on Netflix. That's what we talking about. But anyways, I enjoyed talking to y'all. Yeah, the first fight was definitely enough. But then even the second time when he walked by him and he was on the phone and he decided to like check him, it's like, okay, that's enough too. Then if you wanted to, he called him out again. The guy did call him out again, like, nah, come back and fight or whatever. But it's like, even though he called you out to fight again, like y'all did not have to jump him. Y'all did not have to jump him at all. But anyway, shout out to y'all for listening to me ramble. I was a little rusty tonight because it's been like 2 weeks. It's literally been like 2 weeks since I did a video, and I need to get back to it. Shout out to Stevie and all of my moderators, all of you guys, Craig, Sion, who else? Vent. Who else been rocking with me the whole time I've been live? YouTube Streets, Chelsea, let's see, Rampage, Craig. Did I say Craig already? Julius, Asia, Diva with an Attitude, Shaniqua. All of y'all who rocking with me this whole time of me rambling, shout out to y'all. Remember Tiny and Randy arguing? When did they argue? They argued over the trays, right? They argued, or no? Yeah, wait. It was over the trays, right? The food? Because he didn't get paid for the tray. Like, he didn't get an extra tray. That argument you talking about? Thomas B coming out the cut. Where the fuck you been, man? Where you been? Where you been at? Where you been at? I haven't seen you over here in a minute. Thank you, Chelsea. She said it was great. Good night. Thank you, girl. Girl, you know, I was feeling rusty, so I'm like, let me just, give it all I got tonight. Hang out with y'all. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna post some more videos. And guess what? Before I go, all of these dating shows that have been booming on YouTube, all of these 20 verse 1, all of these dating shows, I'm like, you know what? Everybody is getting the bag doing these type of shows. Okay? And I was watching different dating shows. A lot of clips have been going on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram about all of these different shows. And I'm like, you know what? I'm about to put me one together. Okay? Period. Pyramid. Wooka. No, for real, serious. I'm about to put me one together because it be pure shits and giggles with these damn shows. I be feeling like, girl, you is too old to be indulgent in this fuckery. But at the same time, I just watch it because I be so amazed at like the audacity that be coming out of some of the people's mouths. And some of the stuff that people be saying, it's like, wait, you really, like, wow, like, you really said that? Like, you really said that? You really said that? Yeah, Thomas B, you definitely brought up me doing one years ago. But I think you were saying for me to do one with the premise of, like, us doing it virtually online, like I had did it before, like, you know, like how Kendra does, like she, you know, has the people click the link and, you know, tell them about or whatever. But I think that I want to do like one where like the people come in person, you know, like they actually come in person and I actually like, you know, host it and have people like live people instead of doing people like virtually or whatever. But yeah, you did tell me that I should do it. So, shout out to you. Okay? You said, can we talk about the bitter black women if the shoe fits, hating on Beyonce's natural hair since that video? So I seen a video of Beyonce. She revealed her hair because she had a hair product. Thank you for the donation, by the way. And I don't know if it was bitter black women or what it was, but there was dialogue as to if she had extensions or not in her hair. And then there was a debate about, oh, black women can grow long hair too, and you guys are trying to say that she doesn't have really long hair. So she proved herself in this video, and she parted her scalp, and she showed her hair, and blah, 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 blah. I really don't give a fuck about. I don't care about it. You know, like, whatever. You know, I really don't care about it that much, but I did observe and I did see that there was dialogue about it. And there were people debating about her hair, and there were people feeling like even though she parted through her hair, some people felt like it still looked fake. So people were arguing and debating about it, saying that she really had long hair. She's always had long hair, and I don't give a damn about that. Just to being honest. You know, just being honest. Thank you for the donation, but I don't care if it's her hair, if it ain't her hair. It is not. But that's kind of the dialogue that was happening about it. But anyway, let's see. That beard fake, my boy. Who beard? Who beard is fake? What y'all talking about? But what I will say about Beyonce though is I meant to do, honestly, like around the time that I did my last video, I meant to do a review on her album. And I don't normally do reviews on albums. I had listened to a few of the songs on her album. I still haven't listened to all of them because it was too much, and well, but whatever. So anyway, I came across this song. I was in my car, and I believe I had just picked my daughter up from her dad, and I was on my way home. And so on my way home, I was like, while I'm driving in the car and there's traffic, like, let me listen to some of the Beyonce songs. So as I'm listening to Beyonce, I come across her song with Post Malone. Now, she has a song with her featuring Post Malone, and the title of the song is... Damn. I don't even remember the title of the song. But anyway, it's a new song. It's with her and Post Malone. Now, in the song, I'm driving. And while I'm driving, she say something neek at night. Okay? Okay. She say some neek at night or something like that. That's what my daughter said she said. Okay. And so my daughter heard it, and she like, Mom, rewind that. Did she just shout you out? And so I'm like, baby, she talking about Nickelodeon. You know, she talking about Nick at Night. Like, that's kind of where my name came from. That's kind of, you know, I think that's what she's talking about. And my daughter said, no. Why would she be talking about a kid's show on this song? She's talking about you, Mom. So guess what? Okay? I told my daughter she was saying Nick at Night. And my daughter told me no. She said Nick at Night. And guess what? My daughter, I'm going to go with what my daughter said. My daughter said she shouted me out, so she shouted me out, baby. That's what it was. That's just what it was. Okay, that's just what it was. Like, my daughter say she shouted me out, so she shouted me out. Let me see if I can find it, because she even recorded it, child. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick before I go. Then I'm gonna go for real. Because my daughter was like, Mom, she said your name. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Child, my daughter said, she ain't talking about Nickelodeon. She talk about you, Mom. Hold on, because I think she sent it to me. Or did she airdrop it? Oh, here we go. Hold on, this me driving, y'all. Hold on. Oh my God, she said your name. She said it. It was on a test. Oh, that's my daughter. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but hold on, let me play it again. I'll play it again, child. My baby said she said my name. She said my name. Okay, that's what my child said. How I'm gonna tell my baby she wrong? She said my name. She said my name. Oh my God, she said your name. She said it. my baby said, Beyonce know who you is, girl. I said, she talking about Nickelodeon. And then my daughter said, why would she be talking about a kid's show? She said, Mom, that don't make sense. She said, come be my Nick at night. Like, she said, no, she not talking about the kid's show. She talking about you, Mama. And so I said, baby, you know what? Period. That's what she talking about. Hold on. Y'all said, what's the name of the song? Okay, let me get the name of the song, child. Let me get the name of the song, child. Let me get the name of the song. Hold on. It's Beyonce featuring Post Malone. Post Malone. Oh, it's called Levi Jeans. It is called Levi Jeans, child. Levi Jeans. Okay, let's get the lyrics on the screen. Let's get the lyrics. All right, hold on. See, in the lyrics, they wrote it and they said Nick at Night, but I think it meant Nique. Period. They misspelled it in these lyrics because my daughter said it was Nick. And so I'm finna show y'all the lyrics. Now the lyrics, they typed Nick, but my daughter said that don't make sense within the context of the song. She said, Mama, listen, play it again. That don't make sense. Why would she be talking about a kid's TV show? So these the lyrics right here, child. These the lyrics right here. The song is called Levi Jeans. And right here on the, what is it, the third? Or is this a chorus? The third, whatever. It say, too good, no prima donna, possesses too much persona. He said, where you get it from? You need to meet my mama. She be at church all day. Come be my Nick at night, so we can run it back. It'll be nostalgia like. Okay, so that's what she said in the lyrics. But like I said, I'm going with what my daughter said. Because it sounded like she said Nick. And my daughter said it sounded like she said Nick and not Nick. So I feel like she got younger listening ears. And she got you know, she got them young ears, and that's what she said. She said, Mom, it don't make sense that she talk about the TV show. So I said, baby, if that's what you say, that's what it is. Okay? If that's what you say, that's what it is. Period. But you said Nick Cannon. She want to talk about Nick Cannon now. She was most likely talking about Nickelodeon, but anyway, y'all be so mad when I say Nickelodeon, but it is what it is, period. Be mad, stay mad. But that's all for this stream. I'll talk to y'all later. I just wanted to share that because I meant to make a dedicated video about that, and I'm gonna probably chop this part off too and put that, because we going with what my baby said. YouTube Street said your daughter might be onto something. Sincere said I believe her. Okay, child. You know. Jesse D said, child, no. My baby said it's me, child. It's me. Pyramid. Not y'all put pyramid. Pyramid, okay? Pyramid, baby. But speaking of, wait. One more thing before I go. Hold on. Speaking of pyramid, hold on 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Wait 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. All right, so All right, so this is the last thing. I got my package in the mail from the victim of Nature Boy, Miss Janae Newell. She released a book, and I have not opened it yet. So I am about to open it right now and see what she sent me, because this seemed like, ooh, I almost cut myself, child. This seemed like more in here than just a book. So this is the woman who put Nature Boy in jail. She released a book. It's out, and she sent me a package. So let me see what is going on. Let me open this up. Hold on. It's a fragile, handle with care. What's in here? Okay. So we gonna open it. Ooh, it smells good. Hold on. What's up in here? Okay, so this is how it looks like. I'm doing my little unboxing, y'all. I forgot that I planned on doing an unboxing with her her stuff. So what is? Hold on. I'm trying to show y'all. Okay, so this is all the stuff that's in there. I think this is a candle. So it's really wrapped up. Hold on. Let me set this down real quick so I can open this. I'm over here accidentally cutting myself, child. What is going on? Okay, so this is a candle. I believe I think she made this herself. Oh, this smells good. This smells like what scent is this? It smells like a vanilla mixed with wait, what is the smell? It's not vanilla. I'm tripping. It's not vanilla. It smells like what is the smell? I'm trying to describe it for y'all. I don't know what the smell is, but it smells good. I could just keep. That smells good. It smells good. I'm trying to think of the smell. It's like a vanilla with like a lemony or like a it's not really citrusy, but it smells like it's like a sweet smell with like a note of like, is it like lime or lemon? I don't know. I could be completely off, but it smells good. Anyway. All right. So this is also, is it almond? No, I don't think it's almond. I don't know. I got to ask her. Let me see if this say it. Because, baby, don't get me lying. It smelled good, though. And I would not cap for y'all. If it smelled interesting, I'll be like, sure. But it smells good. So, all right. So, hold on 1 second. I got to go to her Instagram to see if she... Okay, so this is... I believe this is one of her artworks. One of her drawings. Okay, that's nice. That's cute. I think this is one of her drawings because she's an artist as well. Okay, so this is that. What is this? Palo Santo? I think. Okay, and then this is the book. So the book is called Lesson Learned, Wisdom Granted by the Divine, by Janae Newell. And this is all of the chapters. It is a very thick book. On the back, it is a picture of her. And it says, what is God trying to teach me? What is the lesson? Co-survivor and now author Janae Newell goes deep into some of her most interesting life experiences as she blossomed through her young adult years. Turning pain into power and trauma into teachings, Janae expresses from her point of view what she's experienced within the cult carbonation. The experiences are now considered lessons to her. With every lesson, there's always something to be learned. Dive deep with Janae as she expresses the vulnerable truth of her life within the cult. So that is what it says in the back. And so let's just randomly flip to one of the I'm trying to wait. Some say Nature Boy right here. Hold on. Oh, this is about this chapter right here is about the night that she left. So she said he ejaculated inside of me and smacked my butt to signify his achievements, satisfaction. The smack was probably on the tattoo of his name that I had on my cheek. The semen dripped from my yoni as if it were spat out. He stood up and headed towards the door. He said certain things, but I couldn't register it into my mind at the time. And then she goes on to explain him humping her. He inserted his phallus inside me and thrust it. We were positioned missionary style. After seconds of looking at him, I closed my eyes and laid there as he pleased himself. I felt my soul screaming for mercy because he seemed to be in control of everything I did. My moans were more like whimpers. Something that was pleasurable for him was mental torture for me. Okay, so she goes into her spiel about Nature Boy, about Eferu. It says, she talks about how the women surrounded her, scolded her for trying to leave. Okay, she goes into detail about some stuff. So I'm going to have to read this, y'all. But I just wanted to do an unboxing. I just had to do an unboxing and tell y'all what I got. Thank you so much for the gifts, Janae. This smells really, really amazing. Let me go to her thing and see what is in this damn candle, because it's going to rack my brain trying to smell it and try to figure out what scent is in there. So hold on. Let me go to her Instagram and see if she say, because it smells good. And I cannot describe. It's not vanilla, but that's kind of what's coming to my mind, but it's not vanilla. It's not vanilla. So let's see if she mentions her candle anywhere on here. Let me see. Okay, let's go to her shop. Oh, candles. Ooh, wait. Okay. So she says, each candle I handcraft is a labor of love infused with specific energies and intention to support your journey, whether you seek abundance, healing, Love, protection, or clarity. My candles are designed to align with your desires. Hold on, let me see. Each candle, okay, though, the art of candle making, I invite you to. Okay, let's see. She don't have the candles up here. It don't say what's in it, so I don't know, but it smell good. It smell good. But anyway, shout out to y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I